For latest updates, subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon.
How to prepare an Air Waybill. This presentation is a tutorial prepared by JBS Academy to help users learn the nuances of preparing an Air Waybill. These are general guidelines and specific details that may vary due to geographical or legal requirements. The Air Waybill is the most important document issued by an airline's authorized agent. It is a non-negotiable transport document that covers the transport of cargo from airport to airport. The Air Waybill is issued for the air carriage of goods on the receipt of goods after completion of export customs formalities of the country. However, the number is to be reserved and given to the custom broker in advance. It is a document that provides detailed information about the shipment and allows it to be tracked. The Air Waybill has multiple copies so that all parties involved in the shipment can document it. An Air Waybill, or AWB, or Air Consignment Note, is a receipt issued by an international airline's appointed cargo agent for goods movement by air and presents evidence of the contract of carriage. Master Air Waybills have 11-digit numbers which can be used to make bookings, checking the status of delivery, and current positions of the shipment. The first 3 digits are the airline code. The numbering sequence is normally 3 digits, 4 digits, 4 digits. It is unique to each particular shipment. The format of the Air Waybill has been designed by IATA and it can be used for both domestic as well as international air transport. These are available in 2 forms vis-a-vis airline logo equipped Air Waybill and neutral Air Waybill. Usually, airline Air Waybills are distributed to IATA cargo agents by IATA Airlines. But nowadays, neutral Air Waybills or the e-Air Waybill are being utilized. The important copies of the Air Waybill are: the first 3 copies are classified as originals. Original 1 is the issuing carrier's copy. Original 2 is the consignee's copy. Original 3 is the shipper's copy. Copies numbered 4, 5, 6, 7 are for delivery receipt for the airport of destination, for the third carrier and for the second carrier. And copy number 8 is for the agent. It's best to print information so that it is easy and clear to read. But if you need to handwrite the Air Waybill, make sure the details are legible on all copies. This will help the carrier ensure a smooth delivery. However, it is not a market practice since everything is online or computerized. While preparing an Air Waybill, please remember these guidelines. Important documents to keep with you to fill in the details. Invoice, packing list with detailed sizes and weights of individual packages covered, letter of credit or the shipper's letter of instruction, flight booking details of the airline. Shipper. The details of the shipper as per the IEC or Import-Export Code registration, which should also match with the details on the invoice, have to be entered here. However, in the case of third-party export, it may differ by showing account of third-party. Kindly ensure that all contact details of the exporter or shipper, name and address, PIN code, phone number, and email ID are entered correctly. Consignee. Enter details of the importer or consignee as per export invoice here. In case of the shipment under letter of credit, it may be consigned to the bank. Kindly ensure that all contact details of the importer or consignee, name and address of the importer, PIN code, phone number, and email ID are correct. It is advisable to mention the consignee's phone number and email address as it is a recommended practice. Issuing carrier agent, name and city. Please mention details of the agent here. Agent's IATA or International Air Transport Association code. IATA provides a code to every agent for their identification. The attending IATA agent needs to mention that code in this column. Example 14-03-0288. Account number. The account number is given by the carrier and should be mentioned in this column. Airport of departure. Note down the city of the airport from where the consignment will depart. It is provided on the invoice. Please mention the details here. The city of the airport is to be written like Ahmedabad or Bombay. You can write the IATA 3-letter code also here, but it is a recommended practice to write in full instead of AMD or BOM. Routing and destination. Routing is finding the best possible way to reach a destination. So, in air shipment, there may be more than one stop point. This is why, in this section, 2 columns are provided. To, place name. By, name of carrier. This information you will get from the airline. For example, to DXB by EK, to LHR by EK. Airport of destination. Airport destination is mentioned on the invoice. Please enter the details here from the invoice. IATA has notified 3 alphabet codes for each airport in the world, and this is to be used here. Or you can write the full city name like Toronto. Freight and date. These details of date and freight vary depending on the airline company. Please write the freight and date here with reference to the shipping company. Accounting information. In this field, any special accounting information, for example, method of payment, freight prepaid or collect, service type levels such as EXW, XWorks, or airport-to-airport standard service. Currency. In this column, you need to enter the currency code, currency of the country of origin to be written. Note: as per the IATA norms for Master Air Waybill, always mention the currency code of where it is prepared. For example, if the shipment is from India, use INR. For House Air Waybill, you can write the currency code from the invoice. Fill this column with the currency code which is available on the invoice. CHGS code. In this column, you need to enter the CHGS code which denotes where the payment is to be made. Please enter here P for prepaid and C for collect. Weight and volume. Weight and volume charges are also prepaid or on a collect basis. Make sure to mention if the freight is on a collect basis or prepaid basis. This specifies where the payment of transportation will be made, at origin or at the destination. Prepaid does not mean that freight is already paid. It only means that it would be paid at origin. Please see separate video on JBS Academy's YouTube channel explaining the calculation of chargeable weight. Other. Other charges are also prepaid or on a collect basis. Declared value for carriage. Kindly enter the declared value for carriage from the commercial invoice. If not available, please enter NVD, no value declared. It is not mandatory to write the value for carriage. However, in case of a valuable consignment, it is a recommended practice to declare the value for the carriage, and airline will charge valuation charges as per their tariff on the declared value of the carriage. Declared value for customs. The total declared value for customs can be the export invoice value. Kindly enter the declared value for carriage from the commercial invoice. If not available, please enter NVC, no value for customs, or NVD, no value declared. It is not a mandatory practice to write the amount. Amount of insurance. Please note that if the carrier has offered insurance and the insurance offered meets the terms and conditions mentioned on the reverse side of the Air Waybill, please write down the exact amount insured here. Amount of insurance can be found in shipper details. However, in India, airlines are not providing insurance coverage, so if not applicable, leave this space blank. Handling information. Handling information will be available on the invoice and packing list. Please enter marks and numbers here from the invoice and packing list. Or you can give specific instructions of handling, like for drums, keep in upright positions. Or for urgent medicine, write 24/7 contact details. Number of pieces RCP. Enter the number of pieces or number of pallets offered to carrier for carrying the goods. Please enter here the number of pieces available on the invoice and packing list. For example, if there are 8 drums and they are packed on 2 pallets, write 2 and not 10. Gross weight. Write the gross weight mentioned on the packing list or verified at the time of carting the cargo at the cargo complex, as confirmed at the time of carting the cargo at the air. kg or pound. This is the weight unit to be used. Please check local country regulation at the origin on system followed. Example, enter metric system, kgs, or imperial system, pound. Follow your country regulations and mention it here. Put K or L in the thin line. Rate class. Enter one of the following codes as appropriate. M. Minimum charge. N. Normal rate. Q. Quantity rate. S. Specific commodity rate. R. Class rate reduction. C. Class rate surcharge. U. ULD. Unit load device. Basic charge or rate. E. ULD. Unit load device. Additional pivot rate. X. ULD. Unit load device. Additional information. Please enter here one of the above mentioned classes according to the requirements. You may like to see another video of JBS Academy on rating for air cargo. Commodity. Complete this box as follows. When an SCR code applies, enter the 4-digit code like 2199-9001 as provided by IATA SCR commodity codes. Chargeable weight. Calculate the chargeable weight from the following equation. In inches, L multiplied by B multiplied by H over 366. In centimeters, L multiplied by B multiplied by H over 6000. Please enter here the calculated value of chargeable weight. If the volumetric weight is higher than the gross weight, Write chargeable weight as per the above calculations. And if the volumetric weight is less than the gross weight, write the gross weight. If you are eligible for the lower freight as per the break-even point formula, you may write the chargeable weight as per the applicable weight slab. Watch our video on the freight calculation. Rate or charge. Rates and charges you will get from the airline or from the airline agent. Note: rates and charges always belong to chargeable weight. Please enter details here as required. Total. The final calculation outcome will be written in this column. For example, chargeable weight multiplied by rate equals total. Nature and quantity of goods. Kindly enter the complete details here which are provided in the invoice and packing list. To start with, said to contain, followed by the commodity, like, engineering goods and pharmaceuticals, and then the required information is not necessary that you can write in the full invoice details in the column. A reference to the customs declaration, such as the number, is preferred and is to be mentioned here. A reference to any other statutory declaration may also be made here. Other charges. The other charges, like due charges of agents, due charges of carrier, are listed here individually, and the total of the same is shown in the total of due carrier and due agent column. Weight charges, prepaid or collect. In this column, please enter the final weight charge as per the calculation on the freight chargeable weight multiplied by rate. Valuation charge, prepaid or collect. If you have declared value for the carriage and if the airline or agent has confirmed the valuation charges, then the same is to be mentioned here, and you are protected to that much amount by the carrier instead of SDR 22 per kg. Please see separate video on JBS Academy YouTube channel explaining calculation of chargeable weight. Tax, prepaid or collect. Please leave it blank. Total other charge due agent, prepaid or collect. Write the total of due agent as per your calculation on the right side of the Air Waybill. Total other charges due carrier, prepaid or collect. Please enter here the other airline charges. Write the total of due carrier amount as calculated in the right column. Total prepaid collect. If your total freight and other charges as per your Incoterm of the shipment are prepared, then all the other entries will be mentioned in the prepaid column, and if as per the Incoterm of the freight and other charges are on collect basis, then you will mention all the charges in the collect column. Note: prepaid means that the freight and other charges shall be paid at origin, and collect means that freight and other charges shall be paid at destination. Signature of shipper or his agent. Please read all the filled details carefully, and the shipper or his or her agent will have to sign here. This sign is to be done as an endorsement of the condition of the contract, as the contract is between the shipper, consignee, and the carrier. Executed on date. Enter the date here on which Air Waybill prepared at origin after the customs clearance. At place. Write the name of the location where the Air Waybill is or was prepared. Signature of issuing carrier or its agent. The issuing carrier or its agent should sign here. All below details are to be provided by airlines for the freight collect shipment. Currency conversion rates, CC checks in destination currency, charges at destination, total collect charges. The airway bill issued by a carrier is a master airway bill. If it is issued to the actual shipper, it would normally show the actual consignee or his agent of consignee or the destination bank in case of shipment under letter of credit. If it is issued to a forwarder, it would list forwarders as shipper and forwarder's agent or office at the destination at consignee. In such cases, forwarder would issue their own airway bill to the actual shipper with the actual consignee. Such an airway bill is called a house airway bill. This presentation is a tutorial prepared by JBS Academy to help users learn the nuances of preparing an airway bill. These are general guidelines and specific details that may vary due to geographical or legal requirements.
For detailed learning on all logistics subjects, visit www.logiveda.com.